What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? Uh, so this week, as we all know, price was just consolidating. This is what we had this week throughout. We didn't really see any sort of manipulation or anything happening, but I have posted in my weekend analysis about how I took one trade, which was seek and destroy based on dollar index tapping into the discount, and I was expecting price to push up on euro dollar EU. We did end up getting into this premium after dollar index had also tapped into discount. So this is just the narrative I wanted to give you why I took this trade. Even though this chart looks choppy, there is no direction, and yeah, I would generally risk 1% on each trade on all my accounts. But because of this situation, when I know that this week is not high probability and we have to approach seek and destroy models, so I only risk 0.5%. You can see all my trades and executions on my Instagram and my Telegram. So let me just bring back the price action that we had here. So let's just go back in time and see what happened. Okay. So this is the price action that we have. This is what we have here on the 4-hour time frame, which is our higher time frame. Dollar had tapped into discount and EU had taken this 4-hour buy side liquidity and tapped into 4-hour premium. So it was in my head that it's a Thursday and we might have a reversal. That was one thing. Considering that dollar was already into discount, tapped into discount, I was still looking for a short position on euro dollar, which I wasn't 100% sure of. That is the only reason I risked 0.5%. So now when we come back to the 15-minute time frame, I want to show you guys why I did what I did and how do I plan such things. So we have taken this all this buy side liquidity on 4-hour time frame, which is the last higher time frame for me. So this was taken right here. Okay, we had a market structure shift displacement. Now when the displacement happened, price had left this consolidation, and for me these two lows are also part of a consolidation, which we didn't take, but I still consider this as a consolidation. This whole price action is a consolidation for me, nothing else. I told you guys, consolidation for me is when price is just making lower lows, higher highs, lower lows. It's just highs and lows without any fair value gap. Now, if I have to explain how, so we have this low, there is no fair value gap. If I have this high, there is no fair value gap forming above these highs. This fair value gap just closed little bit above it, but it wasn't like we had a displacement above. So this is how I sort out my consolidations. So if I have to mark it out, then this entire thing is nothing but a consolidation for me. This is a bigger consolidation. On 4-hour, it is a consolidation. On 15-minute, it doesn't really look like a consolidation, but when you really understand market maker models and how it works, then you will be able to figure out that this is not any high probability setup. This is not high probability. Okay, anything can happen. Dollar had already taken out the sell side liquidity, EU didn't, but we ended up taking this, and we had this low hanging fruit right here during the London session on Friday. So what it was for me was that we had taken this buy side liquidity on 4-hour, we had displacement, we had a fair value gap. Now I want one low risk sell to be successful and form a fair value gap. For me, it was right here. We swept these highs and we created displacement with a fair value gap. This for me is everything that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna mark out all my levels right now. So we have this breaker here, which I planned to enter from originally, but I'll explain to you guys why I could not enter on this level. And then we have this breaker right here. So let's see what price does after displacing and creating this fair value gap. So now at this point of time, we have a dealing range, which is on 15-minute time frame. When we are expecting a low risk sell to be successful, which it did with a displacement and a fair value gap in a kill zone here. So we have this high, we have this low, and I could see that price is reacting from this. If you see my fib, this is at 0.5 level, which is premium above this, and we have a breaker block right here, and we swept this high. So I had to enter here right at this level, and you can see all my executions on Telegram and Instagram. So this is the trade that I took, and this is the only trade that I took during the entire week. So I entered right off, and generally I'm risking 1% in aiming for 1:2, but at this time I was not able to risk 1% because I wasn't 100% sure because of consolidations. So this is the trade that I took, and I ended up with a 1:5. My entry was slightly below. It was giving me, I entered right at the breaker, so it was giving me almost 1:1.5, and I had risk 0.5% risk. So this is the entry, and this is what it ended up doing. This was the consolidation. That was our initial target. So we ended up taking out this consolidation, and this is how the trade went. And this is a perfect market maker sell model. We have the liquidity sweep right here on a higher time frame, and then we have a consolidation forming above, going into premium, creating this low risk sell to be successful. This was our first phase of displacement, and we ended up taking this consolidation. Because we didn't have major consolidations below, we didn't really come down. And yeah, this was the easiest target that I had in mind, and it was a Friday, so I didn't really want to hold my trades. So let's see how it goes next week. I'm hoping that next week should be major manipulation on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and whatever happens, I'm going to post a midweek commentary on Tuesday. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you.